Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's show. Welcome to Locking It Down with Lucy. It is episode 186, I think. Holy crap, holy. I don't even know if that's a phrase, I just made it up. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the show. It's good to see you all. As you can see or hear, my tonsil is back in tip-top condition. So I can be, full volume from the diaphragm. So for those of you that are interested in the tonsil storyline, this is how it ended. I discovered that it was, believe it or not, my Easter egg that was giving me tonsil troubles. I think I was it's still a little sore. Now and again, but I discovered that when I stopped eating my Easter egg, it would get better, and then when I ate the Easter egg again, it it got worse. And so I think I might have been mildly allergic to something in this Bailey's Easter egg. And then even when I eat other chocolate for a little bit, it kind of comes back a bit. So very strange. I'm not really sure what that's about. But you don't need to see that. But I think it's okay. Touch wood. Definitely better than last week. I've tried to not eat any chocolate today. No! These are the early signs of Don't say that. I don't know if I can live without chocolate. We have chocolate in a segment on the show later today. I think it's just... No, I'm not. I don't want to be allergic to chocolate. That can't be right. Got anything but that. Or anything but that, and also not dairy intolerance. How am I supposed to eat cereal twice a day? How am I supposed to enjoy crumb day? So we shall see how this goes. I don't know. I remember there was a sharp pain whenever I would eat the Easter egg. And if I eat too much chocolate as well, it comes back. Also, I think I might be something going on with my wisdom tooth. Anyway, that's my medical update, everybody. I have, physician, thy hath healed thyself. I think. So, now that you know that, let's say hi to those of you who are kindly jumped in the chat today. So firstly, let's start off with some member shout-outs. We have Robert War, who is celebrating 18 months in the XP Zone. Welcome to the XP Zone. Welcome, sorry. That's because it always says welcome. Thank you for being part of the XP Zone for 18 months. Incredible. That reminds me, I think this month is going to mark 4 years of Locking It Down with Lucy. Holy crap. I doubt anyone, I don't want to doubt, but there might not be. I wonder if there's anybody that watched the first episode that's here today. That would be nuts. So yeah, thanks also to the XP Zone. I think, as Rob says, about a year and a half old. We have a couple of other member. Jamie also celebrating 18 months, and same with Rich Gamer. Hooray. Thank you. Fabio says, I know a guy who's allergic to chocolate. No, I can't be allergic. Wait, were you at the first episode? That'd be nuts. Back in the day. Double Crumb Day was absolutely amazing. Thank you, J Chem. Also, hello. Hello to Adam Rhodes. Thank you so much. Hello to It's Dario. Says hi. Good to see you. Not the Kinder Joy that I hope not. I hope it's not the Kinder Joy. That would be awful. We have KRP TV saying, evening Lucy, smiley face, smiley face, smiley face, smiley face, smiley face, smiley face. Back to you too. Jemisa saying hello. Terrence saying hi, Lucy. Steve-O, is that how I say it? Says, hi everyone, first time watching. Well, welcome. Thanks for being here. I don't know what implored you to come hang out, but the more the merrier. Come on in. The show is all about having a conversation together, and the conversation can't happen. Well, I can try and have a conversation myself, but it's not as good without other people. Dusty B70 says, I am feeling so rough tonight, sad face. Sending you well wishes, Dusty B70. Hope you feel better soon. Jose is talking about today's poll, which is the Fallout TV show, which I knew was happening, but I didn't know it was happening so imminently. I didn't know it was live. Jose says, I watched the first episode of Fallout. I liked it. Visually, it is incredibly faithful to the game. And then Mega Pork Chop Express is one of the main stars of Fallout TV series. It's called Lucy. You have to watch it. Now, the poll is, are you watching the Fallout TV series? Yes, 14%. Maybe later, 25%. Maybe, but don't have Prime. That's my option, 25%. And no, not interested, 36%. I'm telling you guys, I wasn't interested in watching this until this morning when I woke up and discovered it was live. And also when I was eating my dinner, I watched the trailer. And I was like, actually, this looks kind of cool. As Jose said, it does look very faithful in terms of the recreation of the world. It's also not trying to be an adaptation because it's its own storyline. And it looks it looks fun. So I don't know if and when I will watch it, but I kind of do want to watch it. But I don't have Amazon Prime, and nor am I going to get Amazon Prime. So it sucks to be me. It sucks to be me, no matter what I do. My only hope is that maybe it'll be on the plane, but I doubt a show that new would be on the plane. I'm not sure. So we shall see. But I am going to keep... Apparently it's been getting good reviews. People seem to like it, which also makes me feel like I kind of want to watch it because of all the people saying that it's just a good time, it's good fun. Also, I like the main actress in it, who seems to be the vault dweller. She was in Yellow Jackets as Jackie, and I liked her in it. So I do kind of want to watch it. Let's see if any people have episode 42 was my first. I love how you remember that, very specific. I wish I'd watched it from... They're talking about the show, by the way, for those of you. I wish I'd watched it right from the beginning. I discovered your channel in 2022. I watched your streams ever since each week then. Oh, that's so cool. My first episode I watched was the Touch Too Much episode. I was scared to talk by then. Well, we're glad that you're able to talk and, an active member of the community. We appreciate you, Jamie. Dario says, did you like WrestleMania, Lucy? I did. I'm going to talk about WrestleMania in a bit because I did enjoy it. It was a good time. Oh no, is it violent? I can't handle too much violence. Oh, that's really upset me hearing that. Damn it. I mean, I guess Fallout is kind of like over the top violence. Maybe I should have expected that. But damn. I've never played any of the Fallout games, so I have no interest in the TV show. Makes sense. There are people out there who don't have Amazon Prime. Somebody said this to me recently, and I was like, look, let me tell you something. I can wait to buy things. Like, this is how I buy things. I go to Amazon and I'm like, I would like this product. And then I put it in my basket. And then it's like, well, you need £10 more to get free posting packaging, which I don't even think exists anymore. I'm not sure. So then I'll just be like, cool. When I need something else, I'll add it to the basket. So then I add things to the basket over time. And then when I hit the £20 threshold, then I buy it. And I don't need it today. I don't need it tomorrow. I already waited, so I just let it show up whenever. So I don't feel the need for Amazon Prime yet. In fact, I have very little subscriptions. I didn't watch the first episode, but the first stream I saw was you and Bethany playing Fall Guys. No way, that's crazy. Started watching Lockin Down with Lucy around the time the Resident Evil 2 remake came out. Wow. I'm the stat man, Lucy. Of course I remember the first episode. No way. Adam Rose says, I don't have or want Prime, but I would watch the Fallout TV show if I could. Yeah, I'm in the same bucket here. I would watch it if I could. I don't know if I've done a free subscription before or not. I'm not sure, but it's a bit tricky doing those, isn't it? M says, hi. Hello. Are you unwilling to get Prime because Amazon sent you a package with nothing? Maybe. Dust says, I've been here since day one, although I used to watch on the VOD. Well, we love the VOD and we love the live. It all counts. I've watched some of your past streams too. I like the episode of Lockdown Lucy where you tried to build the mini toilet. I do remember building the mini toilet. What a time. Yes, Daniel, there is a ridiculous amount of streaming services now, so I don't partake in any of them. Oh, I usually wait for the DVD releases. This is, fair point. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, I can wait to watch it. I don't feel like I need to watch it. That's the thing. I feel like I can just wait for things. Like, nothing feels like as imminently needed as I used to when I was younger. Like, when I was talking about, I need this thing right now. But now I'm like, I'll get to it when I get to it. Like, I can get by without seeing spoilers for things because obviously you don't really see people as watching. I feel like spoilers aren't really as... Unless you go looking for them, you won't find them, I suppose. Oh, and the one where I made tiny sculptures out of baby wax. I do remember that. Episode 3 or 4. Wow, mad. Seabass's first video I watched was the Crash Bandicoot 4 video you did. I could never finish that game. Wow, this is a throwback. So, I don't know. I'm not really doing anything to celebrate 4 years of Locking It Down with Lucy, but maybe we'll do something to celebrate 5 years. So, yeah, this is it. Welcome to the show. Thanks everyone who's been here from all the days. I'm just looking at the show notes real quickly. So first, I'd like to say thanks everybody for watching the Last of Us streams that has now come to an end. I haven't been able to do the lost episodes, but I might try and do a stream when I'm out in the US to just test my equipment. So we shall see. Fingers crossed. That might be a good little test stream to do the lost levels. But yeah, it's been quite busy because I'm trying to get everything ready. So thanks everyone for joining that journey. And also thank you for everyone who checked out the video, the monthly, quarterly check-in for March. and left lovely comments. So thank you for watching. I will try and do another one of those in the next 3 months. Just a little video. I've really got to start working on the Metal Gear Solid video. I haven't really, I started it and haven't really finished it, but I want to do a bit of it on the plane maybe. So we'll see. I've got like lots of stuff planned for the plane journey to keep me occupied, watching things. I'm going to use my laptop for as long as I can until it dies. So we shall see. Oh, wow. This is like the first Lock It Down Lucy moment I remember was you eating that dog biscuit. Not sure if that was my first. Yeah, that wasn't one of my finest hours. So yeah, I am slacking a little bit, but they're happening. The video recording is happening. It's just the editing. But I think I'm gonna get on it hopefully in this next break. Like I've just got to put it together. Really, it's all filmed. I just sort of edit it and find some time. So that'll be to look forward to. That'll probably be the next video that comes out at some point in April. So stay tuned. But yeah. Oh, the first video I saw of yours was humans versus infected, and your tips on the Last of Us helped me a lot. Oh, nice. Yeah, people always say, oh, you're going to do one for Last of Us Part 2. I don't think it's as organic in Last of Us Part 2, the infected versus hunters, because all of those sections are very heavily scripted. It's not like as open as the Left Behind ones are. Like, all the sections are, you know, they come in, the hunters come in, and there's something happening. You can't just hang about in the area and watch. So that's kind of why that's never happened. The trophy streak is going well. Thank you. I don't know why I said it like that, Robert Wall. But yes, it still lives on. We are on like 90-something days, which is kind of nuts. Loving these memories. Lucy building a mini toilet. Lucy eating a dog biscuit. I know, classic Locking It Down with Lucy times, right? Sure, that won't haunt me at my obituary. Oh, let's put a compilation video together. All the things. Like sometimes I think about those like videos like when I'm dead. All of these videos will exist of me, and will someone make a little video of me to play at my funeral, and it would just be all my worst moments. It'll be like, oh, let's eat the dog biscuit, let's drink a whole bottle of wine while I stream Crash Bandicoot. Oh, endless amounts of time. Oh my god, will I get to 1,316 days like Roman? That's a lot. That's a lot. I saw you got the Vita trophy. Did you figure out how to add funds to your wallet? Yes, I did it on the PC. On the PC, bruh. No, I did it on web. Added my funds. Downloaded it. Got the first trophy, so I'll be doing some of that on the plane as well. So yeah. Salazar Naruto says, I just got my 130th platinum of Rise of the Ronin. Nice. How was that, by the way? I want to play it. I don't know how the plat is, so if you could let us know, that would be great. So what do we got coming up on the show today? Now, oh, by the way, timekeeper Jamie, if you don't mind, I do have to go at 9:30 today, so keep me honest with the time if you wouldn't mind, please, because I have to get some stuff done because I'm gonna try and wake up at 5 a.m. on Saturday, and I really want to like tidy my flat and everything and get everything all sorted and ready. So yeah, I'm not in a big rush tomorrow. So yeah, that's the thing. Thank you, Jamie. Appreciate it. The special timekeeper for this Locking It Down with Lucy, Jamie 5310. I've read that really wrong, but I felt like my number dyslexia was about to come up and get me. Okay, so yes, we will have highlights and notes of the week as per usual. Will be clip of the week. We'll talk a little bit about WrestleMania, a bit about what I've been playing, and then I will do my final thoughts on The Last of Us Part 2, and maybe we'll talk about boss fights, and then I also want to do a bit of a US snack down. Well, there's quite a lot to get through. When I write the show notes, I'm like, oh my god, I don't have enough to talk about. You read it so wrong, it was correct. Yeah, there's so much to get through today. Oh, but what a segment here. Fabio's always keeping me honest. So, speaking of WrestleMania segue, I don't know why I was compelled. So I went after WrestleMania, 2 nights of it, by the way, of watching wrestling, and I suddenly felt an urge to go to the shops and buy a drink that had never really appealed to me. I can't think why all of a sudden I was just walking out and I'd left with this thing. I just can't fathom how it's escaped me for this long, and now here it is in my house. It is Prime, the Logan Paul drink. I went for the blue raspberry. So again, can't think why this color stood out to me. Actually, I will tell you, some of the other flavors looked really gross. Like the one that's like red, white, and blue was kind of ice pop flavor, and I was like, that sounds disgusting. So I've gone for blue raspberry. Now, I was going to guess Prime. The reason, for those who didn't watch WrestleMania, it's because Prime was plastered all over the fucking show. It was on the ring. It was at the side of the ring. It was there during Logan Paul's match. It was there. Speed. He came out dressed as a blue Prime. So, yeah, it was... I will say, the adverts on WrestleMania, a little intrusive and distracting. Like, when I'm watching the main event, The Rock and Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes, and it's the American home insurance in the background. It was like the white of the ring bled into the white advert on the barrier, and it looked very strange. And Dude Wipes is now sponsoring, like, sponsorships everywhere. I get it. I respect the hustle, but yeah, absolutely more ads than usual. Like, it was everywhere. The ring apron, the side of the on the ring, on the turnbuckles, on the side of the turnbuckles, on the ramp, at the thing. Like, wrestlers coming out in a car of a Slim Jim. Absolutely mad how much, and I do think it is a little distracting, but me and my brother was joking, oh yeah, the Bloodline always has their house insurance. And also when matches are sponsored by a sponsorship, it's very odd, and it feels a bit much. It's almost like, you know, F1 drivers who are like plastered in sponsorships all over their clothes. So yeah, a bit distracting, but I get it. It's obviously what brings in the money, but it's a little too much. Right, let's try this. It is an energy drink, so I'm going to try this sparingly. I might drink this tomorrow and I have to do work. I have already had coffee as well today, so this could be devastating. It smells like blue raspberry. I don't know what blue raspberry even is. I feel like they all are going to taste like the bottoms of an ice pole. You know, when you get an ice pole or a freezer pop and the bottom of it all just comes together. This isn't the... Oh my God, it tastes exactly like that. It is absolutely the bottom of an ice pop. So this isn't an energy drink one. Oh, this is hydration. And it's very sweet. Oh, I guess I picked up the right one. This is a hydration one. It's also like this kind of like clear colour. It's not bad. Like, but I don't feel like it's changing the world. Like, I can see why kids like it though. It is very sweet. But I feel like I've had this drink before. Like, it's not revolutionary. And I've had better drinks than this. So, yeah, this is generic. It's fine. If I was dying of thirst, I would drink it. And I will continue to drink it because I've got to be hydrated. So, oh, the energy drinks are ones in cans. Interesting. Okay, good to know. So that's what I'm drinking. Let's roll things on with highlights and lowlights of the week. So put into the chat anything that is happening in your life, good, bad, mediocre, and we'll all, you know, be happy for you or help you out or send you love if you need it. So hit us up. It's a strange drink. I don't feel compelled to buy. It's not mind blowing. It's just fine. I can't see why kids just love it. They want it for their birthday parties or something. It's bizarre. So my main lowlight of the week this week is that I've just worked from home this whole week, which has been pretty dull. And discovering that chocolate hurt my tonsil was also quite a devastating blow. And now I've also discovered there's loads of bugs in my kitchen. I don't know what to do about it because I'm now scared that I'm going to leave and they're going to take over. I'm going to be coming back and they're going to be cooking up a storm in there. There's all these little tiny black, like, beetle type things. I just cleared out a bunch of their bodies. I was like, how has this happened? So I'm not sure. That's kind of freaking me out. So that's my main lowlight of the week. Oh, I have actually got a big lowlight of the week I've just remembered, which I'll talk about a bit more, I suppose. But big lowlight. I played Separate Ways, everybody. I wanted to get 100% of the trophies, but alas, I did not make it, and I don't think I'm going to carry on. What happened is I got to the end of my professional run, and that was pissing me right off, the professional run. Like, it wasn't... hard, but there were definitely some hard bits, like the bosses. And I was 10 minutes over from an A rank. And so I looked at my saves and I didn't know what else I could do. I didn't have any saves that I felt like would save me. I didn't want to go back because I had to keep going back. I've played this game so often. And yeah, I'm just like, I don't really want. I have to play it again to get an A rank, and then play it again to get an S rank. I just can't be asked. So that really pissed me off. What are you asking me if Prime was expensive? It was. It was like £2. £2 for that drink. Try getting some stick tape pest control strips. Really? Okay. Yeah, because I want to come back to like my whole kitchen taken over by bugs. The bugs will be doing the show next week. No, I don't like the little bugs. They're freaking me out. They're not. I don't like them. Okay, so that drink is very sweet. I feel like I need a drink to wash the drink down. Oh, the back of my throat. Let's read some highlights and alerts of the week from you guys. KRPTV says, highlight. It's my last week at work for 2 weeks. We're going on holiday to the Isle of Wight next week. Yay, happy holidays. I hope you have a good time. We love holidays here. Robert West has highlight got 2 plats this week. Lego, The Hobbit, and Coffee Talk. And looking at down with Lucy as always, Lowlight, no extra TLOU streams now that you're done. Well, I will try and do a one more. But please let me know how Coffee Talk was, because I'm tempted to play it, but then other people are like, Lucy, you won't like it because you don't like reading. And I'm like, but maybe I will like it. But maybe I won't like it. I don't know. I might play that in between games, but I'm in 2 minds. I'm unsure. But congrats on your plats. And we will there will be more streams at some point, I'm sure. Dusty B70 says, highlight, the trophy streak has arrived at day 118. Congrats. My trophy streak is also still alive and kicking. Oh, I'm better now. I'm awake. I'm singing to fill for time because I actually want to see how many days. Oh, mine's on 90 days. 90 days. Pretty cute. Lowlight currently feeling like rubbish. Boo. Yeah, sad times. But highlight day off tomorrow. We can use that day to rest and recuperate. So get well soon. Jamie says, highlights, WrestleMania 40 was great. Finally, the story is finished. And look at Daryl Lacey right now. Oh, I thank you. Yes, WrestleMania was a good time. That was a lot of fun. Lowlight, still trying to catch up on my sleep after staying up for both nights of Mania. Damn. I didn't stay up. I just watched it the next morning because, well, I'll talk about this in a bit. But remind me, Jamie, when we're done with highlights and alerts of the week. M says, highlight 4-day weekend this week because of the Sinhala and Tamil New Year celebration. Hope I said that right. I'm really sorry if I butchered it. Lowlight, no lowlights. I'm feeling good this week. Yay! Well, I'm glad. Enjoy your 4-day weekend. Should be good. I did not see the stone. I don't know what the stone is. Fabio says, highlight, I started on Monday to intern at the hotel reception. Well, congrats. I hope that goes well. Good luck. Mega Pork Chop Express says, gaming highlight, been playing Guardians of the Galaxy and loving it. Only 4 trophies left for that plat. Plat. What? There's a Joker 2 trailer? Is this still with Joaquin Phoenix? Oh my God, I want to watch this. Thank you for the update. I will check it out. Highlight, saw the first episode of Fallout show and it was pretty great, says George. Oh, okay, now I really want to watch it now. I really hope it's on the plane because I refuse to buy Prime. I'll just have to wait, I guess, until it's on another service, I suppose. Boo! Daniel says, highlight, got my 100th platinum, Rise of the Ronin, but it's a big bang average, to be honest. No! Made me want to replay Superior Ghost of Tsushima again. Well, that's a real shame, because I really want to play Rise of the Ronin. How was the platinum? Because that's like the next game I'm looking forward to playing now that I've completed Helldivers. Damn, that's sad to hear. That is disappointing indeed. KRPTV says, last night I went to the Isle of Wight, was way back in 2002. I had just finished my GCSEs. God, I haven't been there since about 2000, to be honest. That was when I was like 10. Yeah, I did have to read in Celeste, and I liked reading, but there was also platforming as well. I think people are saying that in Coffee Talk, you do just talk. Steve-O says, gaming low, like, tried and failed on 2 plats with Fogs and Resistance Retribution. Go on, Steve-O, you can make it. What did you fail on Fogs? I almost had a Fogs fail, and then I managed to pick it back up. So do not forget. I'm not saying that my separate ways is done. Maybe I'll come back to it. So, you can always take a break and come back. Coffee Talk is a lot of reading and making a few drinks, but it's only an 8 to 6 hour completion. The challenge mode isn't too bad. Okay, interesting. I will think upon that. Jamaister says, highlight, I got the platinum in Deliver Us Mars. Nice. Lots of good plats here. Joker 2 is going to be a musical. Is it actually? Interesting. Yes, and Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn. Now this is weird. This is taking a turn. Fly Highland says, Lola, only found out just now that there's a Fallout show. Well, yeah, I forgot as well. Looks like good fun. Highlight started writing my fictional horror story about tickling today. Well, great. That sounds like, I mean, tickling is a strange thing. But I feel like I got tickled too much as a child, so now I'm immune. I can reverse tickles. So you can't get me, Tickle Monster, or Mr. Tickle. Put your long arms away. Rise of the Ronin Platinum is easy to obtain. What is the Isle of Wight? The Isle of Wight is like a small little island. I don't think you can really count it as an island like Hawaii, or it's just a little bit of land off the UK between France and the UK, but it still belongs to the UK. And people live there. My Uncle Denny used to live there. Shout out to Uncle Denny. He's dead now, but shout out to him anyway. Oh no, Salil? Sorry if I said that wrong. I'm in a cast. Well, get well soon, my friend. Hope it's all is well. Couldn't find all the bones and boingles. Damn. Can you not go back? Can you not replay the levels? I miss the streams where you play those random games like Adam Venture. Maybe Coffee Talk. Maybe I'll do that again. I do want to do some random games at some point. Maybe I'll do a Coffee Talk stream. Right, let's see. Lola, my mother had to go to hospital as she had a bronchial infection. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Best wishes to your mother. Separate ways on Profession and Last of Us on Grounded next Lucy live streams. Well, you'll hear more about that in a bit. Oh yeah, I reverse all the tickles. I'm R2ing that shit. We will get to what I'm playing later, Aaron Bell. Welcome. So, my highlight of the week, definitely WrestleMania. That was good. We're going to talk about in the next clip of the week, kind of delves a little bit into WrestleMania. So we'll talk about that after clip of the week. And 2 platinums in this week. Last was Part 2 remastered, and this morning, Helldivers 2. Right now I have in my head the music for the automatons like I like their music. Their music is quite like almost like a democratic like vote now. The country needs you. So yeah, we were doing it. I don't really normally play the automatons much, but we went to do the automatons to help with the war effort, and then to get that plat, miss, and I better get that plat. I don't know why I started thinking about that. But yeah, we woke up morning. Yeah, I woke up early in the morning. Had to grind out my 100 missions completed. Managed to get that done. I wasn't sure. Last week, you remember, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to make it. And then this week, I was like, wait, I can make it. So I put a lot of time and effort into getting my 100. Then I got the crew together this morning, and we orbitaled all together. And it was a good time. So I guess now I am retiring from democracy, but I shall be back when the Illuminati, or whatever they're called, return. Because I don't want to put the game away. I'm liking it so much that I feel kind of sad that that chapter in my life is closed. But I might just play it for a good time. Boom! I might just play a game for a good time, believe it or not. Fucking hell. No, but this is one of the few games as well that I would actually really like there to be DLC, because I want to come back to the game and play it for DLC. So I hope the new people come with trophies, and I will be back to fight for democracy. Oh man, the music in that game is so good. So happy for my 2 plats. Woo! George says, nice, I'm going to buy Helldivers tomorrow. Can't wait to try it out. Yeah! Helldivers. Oh yeah, my Helldivers. Helldivers, fighting for liberty. That's the Helldivers song. So thank you all for the Lucy Play Games for Fun. Boom! Oh, it's 8:30. Right, we should... And a morning cup of liberty! Got another sample. So yeah, I'm going to miss playing it. Well, I had to get it done because I'm not going to be with my PS5. So I wanted to make sure that was done. Trying to wrap up all my gaming affairs. So yeah, those are my big highlights of the week. Now, last week, you guys asked for Luna content. And so I've tried to deliver this week. So this is Luna times times WrestleMania. And then when we're back for this quick Luna commercial break, we should talk a little bit about WrestleMania. Only a little bit, because I'm not sure if people actually care. But I will talk a bit about it because it's very exciting. Okay. Right, let's hit it all to the clip of the week. Luna, are you enjoying WrestleMania? Yeah?
It's going really well for her. Rhea Ripley, Grayson Waller.
Yeah, 2 Australians have won, Luna. How exciting. Do you like Rhea Ripley? Yeah? Now, we'll see who wins the tag match for you, Luna. How do you feel, Luna, about day 1 WrestleMania? Is it good? Looking forward to day 2? Maybe not sure. Are we going to finish the story? So finish throwing the ball. Are you awake down there? Come on. So there you go, there was a little bit of WrestleMania and Luna combined into one. Absolutely not sponsored by Prime. So yeah, WrestleMania was pretty good. Luna probably does want a Slim Jim. Let me talk to ya. That was, yeah, that's quite good. So yeah, love the random Wii. Yeah, you can't get out the Wii mode now and again. You never know when you might need to run about on Wii Island. So WrestleMania, let me talk to you about WrestleMania. Also, my brother, so my brother works somewhere, believe it or not, he's got a job. That just sounds really weird, my brother works somewhere. No, so he works somewhere and his manager will speak to them in wrestling terms. My brother hasn't outed himself as a wrestling fan yet because he finds this very amusing that his manager will come in and do a meeting and go, so what do we want to talk about? Do we want to talk about how we're going to get more customers today? Do we want to talk about... It's like, he thinks it's very funny. And the other one, he was like, let me talk to you. Yeah. So my brother just sort of sits there knowing that he's like ripping off promos to speak to the crew where he works. So anyway, WrestleMania was a lot of fun. I wouldn't say it was like one of the best WrestleManias. It was like, well, actually day 1 was like fine. You know, the main event was pretty good. Lots of fun twists and turns. The second day, lots of good matches. I enjoyed more. Like I thought wasn't interested in as many matches as I was when I was watching it. Like for instance, I didn't really care about Kevin Owens and Randy Orton and Logan Paul, but then watching the match, I was like, actually, this is good. This is good fun. So the main event, oh my god, that was so exciting. Like all the people coming out, Cody got to finish the story, and then I was like, now you bow to me. You took my something, but not my name. Oh, that song was all weekend. It was like adrenaline in my veins. That was a good time. So then all these, I don't want to ruin it, but I guess it has been a couple of days. But yeah. Well, I guess I did just ruin it by showing it. But yeah, all these like people came out at the end. I was like, who's next? Who's next? Ah, it was just so exciting. So yeah, that was a lot of fun to watch a good old fashioned bit of wrestling. I am a fan of 2-day WrestleManias. I think that's a good way to like break it up. I remember back in the day when I used to watch 7 hours of WrestleMania in one day. It was like a whole work day. Like, oh my god, I can't take much more. But having the break, having the build up to the next one, good shit. Luna is unimpressed with WrestleMania. She was most definitely unimpressed. We did take her to the park afterwards. Luna does not acknowledge her tribal chief. She does not. Yeah, Luna only cares about the Australian wrestlers. She likes Rhea Ripley. She likes Grayson Waller. She used to like Emma because obviously Luna is an Australian Kelpie, so she's a big fan. Who is your favourite wrestler? Well, it's hard. I don't really have a current favourite wrestler. Like, I like AJ Styles. I think he always puts on a good match. Classically, my favourite wrestlers were John Cena, Shawn Michaels, and Chris Jericho. So, but I don't know who I'd say is my favourites right now. Cody Rhodes isn't like my favourite wrestler, but I was very invested in the story of like finishing the story. You know, it had to come to an end. Roman's reign coming to a close. So yeah, it felt right that it finally happened. So that was a good time. And then all the people were like, I popped hard for John Cena. I was like, it's John Cena. But one thing I hate how John Cena always falls short to The Rock. It's so annoying. Like whenever he's face to face with him, The Rock always gets one over John Cena. I'm like, God damn it. But I do like The Rock coming down the ring, but like, what the fuck are you doing? The person trying to like bleep him out loads. So yeah. The story about Cody's father's gold watch was very heartwarming. Yeah, that was really nice. So for those who don't know, like I think Cody's dad, he pawned off a watch that he was meant to give to his son. And I think Triple H then found the watch and gave it to Cody. And so it was just good, you know. It was just like a good good wholesome wrestling, a big win for wrestling, a good happy ending WrestleMania. Too many WrestleManias so recently have ended with Roman Reigns. That's the Shield music actually. And it's like, it's been another Roman Reigns WrestleMania. So I do like how the 10s, the big ones, the 10s, the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, they seem to end with good guy WrestleMania. We're also now in the Paul Levesque era. Don't you forget it, Triple H is now in charge. But that's a good thing. So also, I liked how there was WrestleMania weather update. You had to find out how cold it was. It's like, basically in the UK, mate, you know. So one day I will make my little silly butt over there to WrestleMania. I'll be like, in the crowd. So yeah, well, that will be fun days. But I guess I'll leave that as the wrestling talk for now. So I feel like some people might be like, what the hell are you talking about? So good fun. I will have to miss Backlash, unfortunately. But, you know, I like to dip in for the rest. It was a nice weekend, hanging out with my brother, watching wrestling. Good times. So now, what do you want to talk about? Cody and Sammy, the most emotional wins of the night. Most deserving wins, winning the titles. Oh, there's more wrestling people than I thought here. Dominic Mysterio is my favourite. Oh, yeah, Jay and Jimmy Uso was not so great. That was kind of a bit meh. Gunther and Sammy. Yeah, that was a surprise. I really didn't think that... Sammy was going to win, so that was like a nice surprise that was going to happen. And yeah, lots of good fun, lots of good matches. I like as well that, you know, the two split WrestleManias have a bit more time. Oh, the other thing I watched, and if you haven't watched it, try and watch it. You can do some Googling. I watched the Bray Wyatt documentary. For those of you who don't know, Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, he died like in November of last year, quite suddenly. He was only 36, which is like terrifying because I'm 33, so he was like 3 years older than me. He did have some health problems, but it was a very good 2-hour documentary that I watched of his like career, his and what happened and everything. And I was like, damn. I mean, I felt emotional at the end. I wanted to cry. I was like, yeah, exactly. Oh. See, great matches, and the triple threat US title was also, yeah, that was a good fun match, that one. So very good documentary. WWE do really good documentaries. Unfortunately, at the moment, if you're in the UK and you don't have Peacock, because we don't, some of these documentaries are hard to find and watch. So if you do a bit of Googling, you might be able to find it on the interwebs. If I was invited to go to the ring to fight, who would you go? Oh my god, I'm too weak to fight anybody. Everyone would hurt me. I'm not sure if I could. I might decline. Oh yeah, Bailey and Io Sky was great. I also liked Becky and Rhea Ripley. Some good entrances as well. I do love a good WrestleMania entrance. That's always a good time. What was the name of the documentary again? Was it? It was like Bray Wyatt creating Immortal or something. The words with Immortal in it, something like that. I prefer when WrestleMania was one night with just the best matches. I understand that. I'd definitely fight Brock Lesnar. Dear God. Good luck with that, Raymond. I mean, fighting Becky Lynch would be pretty good. I guess if I fought Charlotte, God, I do feel like this drink is really like getting to me. I'd have a good wrestling match with her. Becoming Immortal. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, you watched it too, Darrow. Yeah, very good documentary. R.I.P. Bray. Yeah. Such a shame. He was so creative. It was so cool to see. Also, it made me feel like I'm just been a really rubbish big sister, because everyone was like, he was such a good big brother. And I was like, wow. It's tough being the oldest. You just, you know, fly by the seat of your pants. What would it be like to have a sibling older than me? I don't know, but I guess I was a bit of a shit one. Sorry, I've just lost my train of thought. Okay. Let's talk about video games. That's what we're all here for, I guess. So, as I mentioned before, I was playing Helldivers, got that plat, been playing Separate Ways. Again, unfortunately, didn't quite make my goal of getting the Separate Ways trophies that I wanted to get. Which was very annoying. Separate Ways is most definitely harder than Resident Evil 4 in some aspects, because of some of the situations they put you in, and because the game is so short, you don't have much time to do stuff. So I had to replay quite a few bits of that, and I think the problem where I went wrong with my time was that I pressed continue rather than load. So that added to my time. So maybe I'll go back and do it. I'm not sure. But last week I did forget to show you all my little trophy clip of what I earned trophy-wise in the month of March. So let's play that now, and then we'll get back and we'll talk about it. So please enjoy a little montage of some of the trophies I got last month. The month of March.
Thank God. Practice makes perfect.
Look, I talked to Oric, okay? Oric West. Hangs out around the spaceport. He's the one.
On creating albums and things like that. So I'm not the best person to say about this. However, I was able to pay rent and live a comfortable life and go on holidays and things like that based on
Madison. There's a place on Ocean Avenue where I used to. Oh, this might be a bit. Oh, yeah, that was the last one. We were both 16 and it felt so right. Yeah, it's hard to put a hat on another dinosaur. Oh no, have I failed the trophy now? Oh no, it's him I have to put the hat on. It looks good on you. Should I? Yes. Oh no, actually, I want to keep my harpoon. Oh, here it is. Okay, so now we need one more. Oh, look at this! It's got Nathan Drake on it! Oh no, it's not Nathan Drake. I think everyone's Nathan Drake. We got a trophy today, everybody! Yeah.
The chill, truly heroes your biggest fan.
What was that? Just the chat. Ooh. I'm in a death trap, Yes! I think I've done it. Oh, I did it. Yeah, it worked. Oh, I see them. Oh, I got the trophy. That was Don't Kill You.
Very good.
Oh, it's nice to look back. I really want to play Helldivers after looking at how my time is done. But now the time is done, and now I have to sit back from fighting bugs. So yeah, there was a couple of stuff that was played there. So it was Outer Worlds, Last of Us, Separate Ways was the game that you thought was Bayonetta, Fabio, Helldivers, and then Metal Gear. So quite a lot of different things played in the month of March. But let's talk about The Last of Us Part 2, the final review. Back in the day, I said I wanted to play this game one more time. But I didn't want to just play it by myself. I wanted to play it with all of you so we could experience the story together. And oh boy, what an experience it was playing it with you all. I actually very much enjoyed doing all the streams, and it's very kind of you. So many of you said such lovely comments about the stream. But when it's all said and done, when the chips have fallen, what are my thoughts on the game? Well, firstly, I'd like to let you know that I am working. Believe it or not. Now, I don't care what you're gonna think, but I am working on the grounded trophies as we speak. I've got a couple of things that I want to sort out before I go off on my travels, and one of them was like, look, if I'm going to do these grounded trophies, I need to do them while the game is solid in my head. Now, I know what you're thinking. Are you thinking? What's it like? Well, I went back to the PS4 version to do this so that I can get 4 trophies and not just 2 trophies. And I have turned on all of the accessibility things, and I have found a way to be able to enable the infinite ammo and stuff. Now, is that cheating? Maybe. But you know what? I already played the game a billion times. It's still pretty difficult to do, to be honest. I had to fight Ellie. She was hard, like, on grounded. Like, there's certain bits of the game that are just going to be hard regardless of what you do. But I am just blasting through the game much, much, much quicker. So, I mean, if it allows you to... Thank you, Mega Portrait. I was like, game smart, not harder. Like, if this was little Lucy from 10 years ago, little Lucy has got time on her hands, all right? She ain't doing anything else. She doesn't have to do boring things like clean the bath, okay? But Big Lucy's got responsibilities over here. Big Lucy has a job to go to. Big Lucy's got to wash the toilet. So, you know, Big Lucy ain't got time to sit around and play the same section 50 million times. Like, it took me an hour to beat Ellie this morning because she was like, Ellie is on it in Grounded. So, I mean, it is a lot quicker. It's still difficult. I have died a fair few times. And because you can do permadeath per chapter, you don't have to go back all the way to the beginning of the game. You do it per chapter. So the plan is to finish that tonight or tomorrow because I am at Santa Barbara now. So I'm going to do that, pop those 2 trophies on the PS4. By the way, going back to the PS4 is wild because the fucking loading screens are so long. And it is kind of weird. Like, when you look at them, like, there's not much difference, but there is a bit of a difference. Like, the loading screens are a lot and the characters look a little bit off. But they still look very good. But after coming back from the PS5 version, you can tell that difference just a little bit. So yeah, I'm going to... Now, 30 frames a second, it's actually 60 frames a second, it's all right. I'm going to pop the 2 PS4 trophies on Friday, and to keep the streak alive, I'm going to pop the 2 PS5 trophies on Saturday morning before I leave. This is organizational. So I guess I didn't actually say, yes, the endless struggle of time management whilst gaming with your adult life. This is the meta game. The meta game is how you do it all at the same time. All's fair in trophy hunting. Exactly. You got to do what you got to do. So now I'm playing the game. Yeah, the accessibility options make Grounded a lot easier. In fact, the accessibility options are great in general. Like, I quite like having the audio cues when someone's about to hit me and stuff. Like, it's actually quite helpful to do that. I don't know if I would like that on the first playthrough, but I don't know. It's just nice to be able to have a little helping hand. I do have the one, everything dies on one hit, which is quite fun as well. You're just like, woohoo! The game doesn't know what to do sometimes. So yeah, if only let you reverse pop. Exactly. Who would know? So, after playing it this whole time, also you've realised how many cutscenes there are when you're skipping them. Mad. So after playing it a second time, has my opinion changed? Well, it definitely was different to the first time I played it. The game is most certainly very depressing and very violent. These are 2 things that I'm not keen on, you know. If I can avoid feeling super sad and depressed and being super violent, I would. So I think playing it in the pandemic time and having themes that already upset me at a time when I was already quite upset did impact my view of the game. So coming back to it now, it was easier to disassociate myself from these feelings. Like, whilst I was playing the game, yes, it was like, damn, this is sad. Oh man, this is so... the violence, I think I found more harder to swallow than the sadness this time. Like, at the end, when you're Ellie and Abby, oh, by the way, I'll put the spoiler hand up just in case. I was like, what's like, what is, sorry, I've just got a bit distracted. Yeah, just when they're just like beating each other up, like just to the death, it's just a bit disturbing. Like, I get you would in that situation, but I was like, this doesn't feel right. It feels kind of just, I don't like it. It's just a bit much. Like, everyone around you is just dying all the time. It's just a bit much. So I felt a lot easier to be able to put the game down and go back to my normal life and feel like, whew, it's okay. Now, a lot of fundamental other opinions I had of the game have changed. So as you know, beforehand, I was a big Abby Lev fan. Still like Abby and Lev a lot, but playing it a second time round, I think the first time round, I was just clinging on to any hope. And those 2 were like the hope in the game. They were the bit of the game that was like, oh my God, there's some levity. There's some nice sweet moments. But on playing it again, I'm kind of like, this is a little contrived. I don't really know how these 2 have got this close in such a short space of time. I mean, I guess like, you know, extreme situations and everything, but I was kind of just like, like the way Abby's like, you are my people on day 3 after meeting Lev a day and a half ago. It kind of sat a bit weirdly to me this time. Whereas the first one, I think I was like super invested because I was like, oh my God, these two, I want them to survive. So that was a bit interesting to see how my opinions there changed. I do like Abby. I'm still a big Abby fan, but I think I was just so frustrated with Ellie the first time I played it. I just was very upset and angry that she wasn't the Ellie that I knew and loved. This time going into it, I kind of see that they both are a bit shit. I now see that both of them are very flawed. Both of them are doing things that fucking suck. And it's all just very awful, to be honest. Now, I think they are both good people, you know, when it's all said and done. They don't mean, but they're just caught up in this anger and this violence that it's driving them to do this stuff. But there's a lot of the parts of the games where I do feel very frustrated by what the characters are doing, which is kind of annoying. And then I'm just like, I don't know. The end of the game just feels kind of sad and hopeless. So, I don't know. It's a lot. But, again, I will say that I don't it's a tough game because it's not like I dislike it because I think it's a bad game. I think it's a very good game. I just dislike it because of the way it makes me feel. Like, the cutscenes, all of them, absolutely incredible. Those are actually my favourite parts of the game, is watching the cutscenes and the acting and the voice acting and everything. Incredible. Like, every scene, there's like so much going on and it's like, wow. So top tier. But just some of the character choices are quite annoying. The actual getting to point A to point B in sections are super long. Like when I've been replaying it again, I'm like, oh my God, some of this is incredibly long. Like, I think that's why I was getting very frustrated as you saw through the playthrough. There's certain sections where I'm just like, I'm just so done with fighting people because the fighting doesn't really change. It's the same sort of thing over and over again. So I think after a while you get a little fatigued. Like, oh, who are we going to fight now? Humans? We're going to fight infected now. It just becomes a bit rinse and repeat. And when you have like, it became almost like, oh, I need to get from point A to point B. So now I'm going to fight infected. And then I'm going to fight some humans. And then there might be some more humans. Like, it just felt like we were now doing each other like, dib. Whereas in the first game, it felt very much like, oh, this portion of the game, we're going to fight infected for a bit. And then that chapter sort of ends. And then we're going to fight humans for a bit. It felt a bit more padded out. It didn't feel like combat encounter after combat encounter. They felt a bit more natural, like not these pockets. The other thing I found frustrating was how the difficulty, the AI. I mean, it's a great feat that the AI can flank you and do all this stuff. Like, it's good. But it's also just very frustrating because you just feel like you're at a disadvantage all the time. You're on the back foot. You're put into a situation where all the, like, and I get it. But at the same time, give me a chance to at least like get a lay of the land, figure out what's going on, so I can work out a pattern or the best route. Because I find that more fun. Like, I know it might be a little unrealistic or a bit more too video gamey, but one of the sections I think about in The Last of Us Part 1 is the Forsaken or the Financial District area. And so you plop down as Joel after telling Ellie, you make every shot count. You come down and then you're just behind this little bar and you can sit there for as long as you want and just watch everybody. And then you can start plotting and formulating and planning. Now, is that realistic? I don't know. Whereas in Last of Us Part 2, if that same situation would happen, an enemy would come and walk around there. Like, all the enemies would be walking towards you, so there was nowhere to even go. Or they'd start coming around. I was like, give me a little break so I can at least like assess the situation, so I can plan my route. And I would prefer that when I'm fighting, it all goes to shit because of something I did, rather than I'm being forced to do something. So I don't know. I found that kind of annoying. Just very long game, too many combat encounters to spread out between it. Like, also, that's the other thing as well. The story, whether you like it or not, it is interesting. I do like it. I say I like it, but I also don't like it. But that's the bits that I want to get to. I want to see the next cutscene. I want to see the next story beat. But when it's like elongated because you have to just fight wave after wave, it gets to that point. It's like, I just want to see the next bit. I want to know what happens. And now I feel like I'm being blocked along the way. So yeah, there was something else about to say about that. The next story beats or whatever. It's just completely lost. I've lost that train of thought now. So that. Yeah, I just want the story to I just want to know what's going to happen next. Oh, I remember what I was going to say. The other thing about this game is, I think I said it in the stream as well. It's like the characters in Naughty Dog games excel when they're with other people. Far too much of this game is Ellie or Abby just walking through places by themselves. And it just, I get it. It doesn't really make sense to have someone with them all the time. But when they're just walking through this big, empty environment, scavenging for stuff, and you could be fighting people for about 30 minutes, there's like no dialogue in between that makes the combat, or no, the traversal bits interesting. Like there's a few like little lines that they might say to themselves. But the game is, all the games are at their best when it's two characters, and when you're doing the traversal through places and the platforming, they're talking to each other, they're having banter. Obviously, because everyone's so upset with the world, no one's really bantering as much, that you just like the best. My favorite pairings, obviously, Joel and Ellie, classic. Their portions of the game, top tier, stellar. That's what I want from the game. They're number one. I didn't really feel for Dina and Ellie too much. They seemed a little bit like, they didn't have a chemistry in my opinion. Jesse and Ellie, I very much like, they had a little bit of banter going on. I enjoyed that. It was a very short segment, but I enjoyed talking to Jesse, and he's actually a character that I changed my mind on. I didn't really think, if you asked me 5 weeks ago what I thought of Jesse, I'd be like, he's fine. Yeah, whatevs. Now I'm like, you know what? I like Jesse. He's a stand-up kid. He's trying to look out for people. He's trying to do the best. He just seems like a chill guy, but he's got his head screwed on. I like Jesse. Sad about what happened. The next pairing, I do love Abby and Lev, despite what I said earlier. I do want to see their relationship and their friendship grow, and like how they bond. Because the thing is, like, Abby, I don't know, I feel like Abby has inherited Lev out of some kind of misplaced guilt, which is a little heavy-handed in it. Like, she has that nightmare, goes back to save them, and then after she saved them, she has the nightmare again, and now her dad's happy with her. So it feels like this friendship that they've got going on isn't really 100% genuine, because for her, she's like, oh, this is just placating my guilt. Lev's got no one else to be with. Also, I love Lev. Lev doesn't have much in the way of like his personality, because of being a Seraphite, very serious, very deadpan compared to Abby trying to be more lighthearted. And I liked seeing that, when Abby is saying certain things and Lev doesn't know what it means. That's pretty cool. But I'd like to see how these two bond, and I'm assuming that Lev's personality would change a little bit to be a bit more like, not as Seraphite like, because talking to Abby, who's like, oh, fuck this or whatever, you would assume that he would start picking that up and be less like that and less straight cut. So I want to see more of that. I do want to see what's happening with the Fireflies. Very interested, after them being like villains in the first game, to see them in the third game if there is one. Like, what's the story there? Maybe we could, see what's happening down in Catalina Island, and what happens to Abby and Ellie next. So I suppose that kind of wraps up my main thoughts, I suppose. Very long, great acting. I do want more. The controls are very odd. I liked no return mode, for what it was. It was fine. So I guess my opinion has changed. Would I want to play it again? I think I'd play it again with the cheats on. Because this time I haven't been watching the storyline, but I just want to kind of get through it. I don't really find many of the combat sections very memorable or fun to play. The rattlers at the end are too much. That's the other thing. There's no real, I might talk about this in a bit, there's no real boss fights in this at the end. It's just they chuck a load of rattlers at you. That's just like, it's fine. So there we go. That's the final review on The Last of Us. If I was to play it again, I would play it probably on easy, but I would want to watch. If I was playing it, I would 100% watch the cutscenes, because that's what makes it. Like, it's super good. Adam Rose says, hate all the wolves, but I like I like Abby and Owen. Yeah, I do feel like there's certain areas of the game that are underdeveloped. Like, some of the characters are underdeveloped, the wolves slightly underdeveloped. Like, there's so much happening that you don't really know what's happening a lot of the time. Raymond says, Manny is my number one favourite. Nice. I did like Abby and Owen a lot. And I remember liking them the first time. But I do feel like they're in a fucked up situation. Like playing it again, like Owen's like run away, clearly doesn't want to be with Mel, and now they're having a kid. Like, it's kind of like, dude, come on, like sort it out. He should. I don't know. I do feel sorry for Owen, because he clearly doesn't want to be a wolf. He yearns for the days of the Fireflies. I don't know. It's sucky. I suppose that's adult life for you. Yeah, there were a lot of dark bits in the first game, but it still hit right. Second one just took the misery up. But yeah, the misery was too much, and the violence was just too much. Everyone's just like, you know, kicking the shit out of each other. I don't know how anyone's really surviving any of this. Abby had a good story. It just moves a bit fast. Yeah, I agree. People are dying more from other humans than they are from infected. 100%. That is definitely what's happening. The story felt like nobody wins. The revenge, you end up losing the things you love, whether you get it or not. The only way to be happy is to move on and break from the cycle. Yeah, like literally everybody that everybody knows in that game dies. Like all of Abby's friends die. So it's no wonder she's clinging. That's the other thing that made me think about it. Like everybody that Abby knew and liked died. She only has left this kid that she met a day and a half ago. So I guess you would cling on. She can't go back to the wolves. There are no fireflies where she's going to find them. And you don't want to do that journey alone. So, yeah. I know, it's interesting. And I'm sure this won't be the last I ever speak about it. But it's... there's a lot of points to it. A lot of interesting moments. Lev's decision to go back to the island caused the deaths of Yara, his mum, Owen, Mel's baby, the dog, and Jesse. Yeah, exactly. Also, why did Lev, like, sometimes I'm just like playing the game, like, why did Lev run away? Like, I get he wanted to go see his mum, but all the people that hate him, like, I mean, I know he's a kid. It's like, nothing good would come from this thought pattern. I enjoyed the game, but can't say I got invested in any of the new characters. Yeah, I think you have to play the game more to really enjoy them, I suppose. Lucy, you dress like Ellie a lot. Is that intentional? I don't know. I don't mean to. Ellie stole my look, actually. I've been wearing a Converse and jeans way before Ellie was born. Game was too long, way too many collectibles, and story wasn't resolved properly. Yeah, the collectibles, big issue. Unlike the magazine that's sold in London. So I guess those are my thoughts. So yeah, The Last of Us Part 2. The end. Boom. Perhaps that was a David Tennant. So speaking of The Last of Us and of course also WrestleMania, it got me thinking about the final boss. And as I mentioned, there wasn't really a final boss. Although I suppose the final boss is Ellie and Abby fight, if you can count that as a boss. But traditionally, they don't normally have boss fights. So it made me think about... I want to read this. They needed an excuse to have the player witness the epic battle on the island, not have Abby at the... Yeah, that's what a lot of it feels a bit contrived. So yeah, the final boss. It got me thinking about some other people. What are some final bosses that are not just your favourite, but the best boss fights? Because I was having to think about this, and I was like, boss fights normally suck. They're normally not very good. They're normally annoying and like an extra hard bit of the game that's not very well thought out. So that's why I wanted to pose this question. Final bosses that you think are good. And also, I do like the fact that The Last of Us Part 1 doesn't have a final boss. I mean, the only boss fight is kind of like, I suppose, some of the bloaters and maybe David. But the end of the game is just like more of a challenge getting through the fireflies. Like they are kind of... I felt they were trying to redo the fireflies by putting the rattlers in, but it just wasn't as impactful. I was thinking about this and I was like, damn, I was struggling to think of some good final boss fights. But I do like, if I had to think about Uncharted, they always end on a final boss. I think Rafe is... Abby's dad was the final boss of the first game, yeah. I think Rafe in Uncharted 4 is a fairly good boss fight. Like Uncharted doesn't have very good boss fights in general. Like, they're fine, but they're not my favourite parts of the game. Like, I like the Lazarevich boss fight, and lots of people don't. I actually really like that fight, and I agree, maybe it's not the best, which is why I'm picking Rafe as a good one, because I like the setting. I like how it's like a one-on-one between them. I think it, comes together quite well. It's not too terrible. Like, I feel like with like some of these, they just chuck in a new mechanic at the end. But I think it's quite a fitting end and a good final boss fight. So I'll say that. First boss fight I can really remember is the Sonic Dr. Robotnik. That was the first boss fight I ever beat. So that always sticks to mind. Whether that's good or not, I don't know. But, that's just the one. But another boss that really sticks in my mind is I feel like a really good boss is Lord of Cinder, Gwen, in Dark Souls. That boss fight is good. I love how, again, the boss fight itself is just like fine. You fought some big crazy things. You get here after hearing all of this stuff about this guy, you walk into that room, and it's just a man that is kind of falling apart. And once you know how to parry him, you just kill him instantly. And the music is so desperately sad. I think that's good. Oh, this is a great... Ornstein and Smo is great, but bad at the same time. Like, it's so atmospheric, this boss fight. Like, the music, I can hear it playing in my head now. It's a two boss fight. Then it has the thing where after you beat one, there's like a little mini story happening where one takes the powers of the other. That's definitely a rite of passage, the Ornstein and Smoke. That is a good Dark Souls boss. So those are the ones that really stuck to me because there's a lot of just bad boss fights. Like Jamie, you're saying Batman Arkham Asylum final boss with Joker is super fun. Yeah, a lot of people take umbrage with this boss fight because they don't like the fact that Joker just turns himself into a Titan. I mean, I think it's fine. I don't think it's a great final boss per se, but then I don't think the Batman games have very good final bosses. Like some of the other bosses are better than the final ones because what you have to fight Clayman in the... Is it the Clayman in the next one? Probably the Jason, the Dark Knight boss fight is probably the best final boss. So, final... See, I don't think there's really a very good Neo Cortex fight in Crash Bandicoot. Like, the second one's a joke. The first one is kind of just Blair. I'd say the third one is probably the best one where it's Cortex and Aku Aku. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It's really hard. Oh, Clayface, not Clayman. My bad. But that's what I'm saying. It's quite hard to think of the final boss, which is supposed to be... Okay, Krypton Knight saying, God of War 3, Kratos versus Zeus was absolutely epic. See, I've not played that. But I can imagine a God of War boss would be alright. Although I don't really remember the God of War boss in the first... Well, not the first, but the 2018 God of War. Origins had some good bosses. Bioshock's final boss is the worst part. I do feel like the boss fights are normally the worst part of games. Final Station, Parappa the Rapper. Yeah, I was just really struggling to think of some good ones. Like, I was going through my list on my phone. I was like, oh, yeah, this is a good one, Jose. Uncharted Lost Legacy was pretty good on the train. Yeah, I like that. That one's good because it's, like, simple. They're not going crazy with it. It's just a fist fight on the train. It's just an epic situation. I think that might actually... I think this wins as the best Uncharted boss fight, if you can call it boss fight. I don't think the Nameless King is the final boss, though. It's the Cinder guy, right? That's the final one. I'm just going to quickly look at my my list. Like, a lot of games kind of veer away from the final boss. Like Resident Evils. Okay, Resident Evils, I think, always have kind of actually terrible final boss fights. It's always like some sponge thing that you have to kill for ages. Like, oh, trying to fight Nemesis was awful. I don't really particularly like fighting Sadler. I can't even remember who the last boss fight is in the first game, but they're normally not great. Oh, Metal Gear Solid. The Liquid Snake, I suppose, fight is kind of good. For the time. Like, having this like hand-to-hand combat, it's kind of a nice premise and probably a good end to the game. So I'll give it that one. Even though I found the fight pretty annoying, I'll give that fight its day. Oh, I'm looking at Horizon. Horizon, I didn't like the last boss fight. That was another thing. Like, Horizon doesn't need a boss fight, but they decided to put in... I just remember the first one. I can't remember the Forbidden West final boss, but... I do remember the first Horizon Zero Dawn one. It's like some big tank thing you have to pump bullets into, or arrows. Oh my god, this Prime Trick is so sweet. Did Spider-Man 2 have a good final boss? Bloodborne was the moon present. I was thinking about Bloodborne, but I don't know. I don't know if I care for the German fight or the moon presence fight as much as the other one. Loved all the bosses in Bloodborne. They are all good. Resident Evil series have good boss fights. Which ones in particular are you thinking of? Oh, 100%. Uncharted 3, worst boss fight. Final Fantasy 7, Rebirth final boss. George is saying the final fight in Metal Gear Solid 4 is pretty epic. Yeah, it's a tough one. Because, yeah, there's like, normally some of the best bosses are in the middle of the games. Like, Cuphead has some good bosses, but the Devil isn't the best one. I'm literally just scrolling through my list here. Like, to just rekindle some memories of any good boss fights. But I am... Oh, actually, this is an unsurprising good boss fight, actually. Final boss fight. I think the final boss, if you want to call it a boss, of Ghost of Tsushima It's actually really good. Like, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but I like the setting. I think you've just said it. Yes, Uncle in Ghost of Tsushima. I like the setting. I like how the fight goes down. It feels like it's part of the game. Like, you've been training for this. It doesn't feel like, oh my God, I'm going to throw in something wildly different. And I like what happens. Yeah, we had the same thought, Daniel. I like what happens at the end and then how it wraps up the game. That is a very good, most recent boss fight. I will give that its credit. That an unsuspecting good final boss. But other than that, what was the final boss of Returnal? I didn't like the final boss of Returnal. That was a bit pants. Mass Effect 2, bad final boss. Like, a lot of games do have bad final bosses, in my opinion. Let's see, just scrolling through my list some more. I never liked the bosses in Ratchet and Clank. I hate Dr. Nefarious or whatever he's called. He sucks. I think... Yeah, the Red Dead Redemptions don't tend to do boss fights. Oh, Grand Theft Autos don't really do boss fights, but I suppose a pretty iconic boss fight, if you want to call it a boss fight, is Big Smoke. Or even, well, no, you don't really fight Lance Vance, really. But I'd say the Big Smoke is pretty good, how that ends. You just go to his house and you're like, oh man, Big Smoke, spoilers, Big Smoke betrayed us. Damn, he's actually a baller. But I'll give that one some credit as a good ending. And then, I did like the final boss of Shadow of the Colossus, actually. That was a good final boss fight. Because it's kind of like I like the theming of like, oh, you're finally in the shadow of the Colossus. That's pretty good as boss fights go. And it wasn't a terribly hard one. I think sometimes the simpler final bosses are normally the better ones. I think bad boss fight is when it's like, oh, well, now here's some things that you've never done before. Enjoy! And we're going to make it super hard and super annoying. Bad boss. People are saying the caretaker from The Witcher 3. Is that the final boss? The Shadow of the Colossus boss is the worst Colossus in the game. Hey! I thought that was kind of cool. Oh, what happened to I've just realised that my little socials hasn't been there the whole time. I thought it was kind of cool, fitting end to the game. Eldred. I think I prefer the Kaer Morn takedown. I've not done the Elden Ring boss fight, but soon. Soon. So, Ganondorf, Legend of Zelda. No, I don't know that. Kena Bridge of Spirits, Rock God is a tough one. Yeah, I don't know these as much. Virgil at the end of Devil May Cry 3. Oh, the Chaos in the Grounds. What? There was a little bit of Mania talk earlier. You have to scrub back to hear it. So yeah, I guess that is my thoughts on the final bosses. But I know that people were saying that they wanted to hear me say something about CM Punk. I have nothing to say about CM Punk other than he's back. That's pretty good. He seems a lot more chill. I listened to him on the MMA Hour. He seems like he's mellowed out. So we'll see what he does. Also, it was really dumb that AEW wanted to release the footage or something. I don't know. So that's all I got to say about CM Punk. It's fine. The sniper fight versus the end in Metal Gear Solid 3 is just one of the best things in gaming, period, not just limited to bosses. Well, damn. The footage sucks too. I haven't even watched the footage to even know, but it's probably, from what I could tell, it was like some just security camera footage. It's a little bit naff, to be honest, so meh. So yeah, WrestleMania talk happened a bit earlier, but I thought it was good. I very much enjoyed it, but I didn't want to bore people with too much WrestleMania talk. Okay, so thank you for indulging me in a bit of boss fight talk. Boss fight. I vote my favourite boss as the Lord of Cinder. The Lord of Cinder. Never mentioned Damian Priest winning the World Heavyweight title. It was fine. I kind of wanted Drew McIntyre to have the title, but I suppose he'll probably win at Clash at the Castle. So we shall see. I don't know if anyone's going to go to Clash at the Castle. I probably won't because it's super far away. So I have to get a plane to go to Scotland. Hi, Aaron, how's it going? Thank you for the time check. So, Dark Lurker. See, I've not played Dark Souls 2 yet. That's one on my list. So, sorry, just have a quick cheeky drink. That prime is too much. Too much to handle. So for those of you who are interested or in the knows, this is my final Locking It Down with Lucy from the UK. So when I go to the US, I find it easier to do the show at 12 o'clock p.m., which is 8 o'clock p.m. here, in the US on a Friday, because I found it quite difficult to do the show on a Thursday at the same time because it's like the middle of work time. No, not ever. I will be back in a month's time. So this is the last UK show for a while. I'm going to be in the US for a month, so we will do Friday shows for the first 2 weeks. First week of May, I'll miss the show because that's when I'll be in LA visiting Imogen, and then we'll probably do the show again. So don't forget, I'll put a post up. The show moves from Thursday to Friday, but the shows will continue because I do like doing the shows out in the US, and then I get to have a daytime show. But yeah, I just need a bit more time to prep for the show and not have to go straight from work back to work. And yeah, hopefully it could be a bit more interesting rather than boring me just having to film whatever's around my house. But there is there is one thing that I have. Yeah, I'm going to go back to San Francisco. So I'm going to do San Francisco, then visit, and then go to LA. But there is one thing that I need to do with you all before I go. Now, I've been to the US a couple of times, and you know what? You all know that I'm addicted to chocolate, and I can't handle the chocolate there. It's not the same. So I brought a lot of chocolate to take with me, and I looked at it when I started packing, and I was like, oh my God, I have brought a lot of chocolate with me. So you guys are going to help me decide out of my massive chocolate selection what I'm going to bring with me to the US, because I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh my God, no, I'm not allergic to chocolate. I can't be. I refuse to be. So firstly, let's have a look at my little snack pack that I have created. I thought we were making another trophy list. No, you're going to help me pick chocolate. So this is my little snack pack that I've brought for the plane. As you can see, it's in a lovely little bag here. And so I have got with me some magic stars. Now, I don't know if the magic stars is a bit too much for the plane. Because there's a big packet. And maybe I don't need all of these magic stars. But I don't know. I just picked them up and I was like, I like magic stars. I'm also going to get my snack bag out because I'm really happy that I managed to fit this all in. I've also got some little Malteser bunnies down here, which are white chocolate Malteser bunnies. Just in case I want a different chocolate taste on the plane. I don't know. You don't know what you might need up in the air, okay? And then on the back here, you can see this orange thing here. This is actually some fruit. I thought I'd be healthy and bring some dried mango. You might need some fruit on the plane. And then I've also brought a cereal bar because I don't have to eat chocolate all the time. But it is a chocolate chip cereal bar. So that's what I've got that I'm taking with me on the plane to help keep me fed with, because plane food is like whatever, it's kind of just like meh. Sometimes you just want to break into your own snacks and have something. So, but here's all the chocolate that I have brought, and we're gonna go through them to take with me for a month. It's a little care package. So I still have 2 of these little Malteser white bunnies that I'm going to take with me. I don't know if this is necessary, but I might want some white chocolate. Who knows? Trying to explain to someone cusses why you have so much chocolate in your large. I need it. So I guess we'll take this. Next up, I have a Kit Kat Crunchy and just a normal Kit Kat. Now, the Kit Kats in the US, I'm sorry everybody, they taste stale. So I have to have a Kit Kat. Now, I don't know if I need both a Kit Kat Crunchy and a Kit Kat, because I'm taking some Kit Kats for some of my US friends to compare, so they can see how trashy their Kit Kats are compared to our Kit Kats. So I don't know if I need both, but I do love a Kit Kat Crunchy. These are pretty beast. So I guess, now I'm looking at it, I do want both. So we'll leave that for now. I have here a Yorkie. I don't know if I need to bring the Yorkie with me, but you might just want some proper thick chocolate. Remember, back in the day, Yorkies, not for girls. But this is just solid chocolate for those of you who don't know. So, I don't know. Does this come with me? I'm not sure. American chocolate is a bit different from UK chocolate. Find American chocolate tastes a bit like vomit sometimes. Yeah, it really does. I'm sorry. So, we got a Yorkie. Oh, I do love a toffee crisp. Toffee crisp, toffee crisp. But I don't know if I need it with me. I might eat this tomorrow. Oh yeah, Yorkie's not for girls. What weird marketing that was. Same with McCoy's crisps, they were man crisps. So I might leave the toffee crisp, I'm not sure. Another one that I'm not 100%... This was a variety pack I bought, by the way. A Rolo. Rolos are fine, but I do feel like they get a bit sticky. Maybe I can leave a Rolo. I don't know if I... This is This is pot. Never heard of these in the US. These are classics. These are all good chocolate. If your pot tastes like hot chocolate, I'm jealous. No, that's so gross. Enjoy eating your own vomit. Yeah, I think that this is staying behind. Oh, munchies. Absolutely. Oh, yeah, you're right, Adam Rose. You do need to share the last Rolo. That is classic. Munchies. I do like a good munchies. My dad used to famously buy a pack of munchies and split it between all four of us. He'd be like, I've got you some chocolate. And it'd be one pack of munchies between 4 children. But thank you, Father, thank you. So I think the munchies might have to come. And then finally, I have an Aero Mint. Oof, Aero Mint. What a classic. So I think this has to come with me. I don't want to live my life without an Aero peppermint. Very good. Father, can I have some more munchies, please, Father? He always used to do that. It was so weird. So this is, don't forget, I'm also bringing the Magic Star. So I've got this. Oh, I'm bringing this and 4 Kit Kats and Magic Stars. Do I take it all? I don't know. Okay, I'm deciding. Rolos are staying behind. Rolos gotta stay. I don't know how much I like these little bunnies. But maybe they'll go. Do I need a chocolate invention? No crunchy bar. That is a shame. I should have had taken a crunchy bar. How long is the flight? It's like 10 hours to 11 hours. The Kit Kat has to come. You know what? A Kit Kat Crunchy is too good not to come. The Kit Kat Crunchy's coming. Ditch the bunnies. I might ditch the bunnies. I'm going to ditch the Toffee Crisp. I want pure unadulterated chocolate. Leave no man behind. No Dime Bar. No. Dime Bars get stuck in your teeth too much. This is a definite coming with me. What do we think about the Yorkie? Is the Yorkie coming? I think the Yorkie's going to come. What do we think about the Magic Stars? Do I swap something? Well, I want the Magic Stars have to come. I just want to make sure that my tonsil doesn't hate the chocolate. I think the Yorkie might come. Just in case I need thick chocolate. Keep the rest. Okay, keep the rest. Well, thank you for helping me pick the chocolate. Do you want to see what this bunny's like? I haven't eaten chocolate all day. But anything to declare? That might be overkill. The Yorkie should go with me. Look, I'm there for a month. I can eke out 5 chocolate bars. If I have 1 chocolate bar a week, that's more than I normally have. Look at these little bunnies. Look how cute they are. But I don't know if they taste that good. Let's see if my tonsil likes it. It is good. I've still got 1 Easter egg left to eat. You know what? The bunnies are coming. Nothing will ever make me want to watch Predator again. No amount of Yorkies in the world will let that happen. The tonsil is unsure. Controversial opinion, Slime. I don't really like M&Ms that much. Yeah, I think it's all coming with. We're bringing it all. I need to finish eating my Easter egg. But yeah, it's a good day for chocolate. Yeah, so much. Do I have a problem? I'm not sure. Oh, no, I'm not a big fan of Smarties either. Okay, well, I will pack all of this stuff then. And see how it goes. I'll wash it down with a little bit of prime. Just a little bit of prime. Is your tonsil... My tonsil does feel a bit weird. Is that a sign of allergicness? Having a tonsil reaction? I'm not sure. This can't be real. I can't not be able to eat chocolate. It's literally I survive on chocolate. I can't live without it. I can't live without it. Bloody hell, that prime drink is a lot. Okay. Well, thank you for helping me. No Snickers, no Mars. Look, there's only so much a girl can carry on a plane, okay? Next time. Yeah, because I can't be eating Hershey bars and all that rubbish. No! That can't be. I refuse to admit it. So, that's it, everybody. That is Locking It Down with Lucy. 186. No Twix. Yeah, no Twix this time. Twixes are okay. I can do without a Twix. Why don't you have all the chocolate with you? Because my suitcase would be too full of chocolate and I feel a little insane bringing this much chocolate. So I'm just going to go with some of it and I don't want to have to overpack my luggage. So, right, that is your lot. That is this week's Locking It Down with Lucy. Thank you so much for helping me choose my chocolate selection. Maybe you'll see me eat some next week. So yeah, next week the show will be on Friday. So yeah, that'll be hopefully fun. And yeah, I'm going to get on the plane on Saturday. So that, yeah, I want to start getting some stuff ready. I'm going to pack all this chocolate now. That's why I had to end the show at 9:30 to pack my chocolate. Just put it all in there. So yeah, I shall see you all from the other side of the world. And then I'll try and work on a video in the meantime and in between time. So fingers crossed that will happen. So let's take a look at... Oh, thank you, Megaport Job Express. Jesse, I have to catch the VOD as I just joined. Hope the show went well and have fun in the US. Thank you. Yes, enjoy the VOD. But yeah, let's end the poll. So, are you watching the Fallout TV series? Yes, say 22%. Maybe say 22%. Maybe, but I don't have Prime, says 22%. And not interested, 34%. Wow. Crazy. Oh my god, yeah, I'm gonna see DJ Purple. Woo! DJ Purple are gonna celebrate one more time with DJ Purple. Oh my god, I haven't even thought about what songs I'm gonna sing. Will he remember me? I can't wait to find out. The streak will probably end when I go to LA because I'm not gonna bring stuff with me. I'm traveling on Virgin. So thank you, Adam Rose. Thank you. I appreciate that. Right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Appreciate it. Thanks to all the members. Thanks to everyone who hangs out. Thanks to all the mods for the mod duties. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you from San Francisco next week. I'm so mad to say that. I'm getting a bit nervous. Do you remember when I was going to go on the plane to South Africa and I was like proper, like so nervous on the show? I was like, oh. So yeah, that was a whole year ago and 2 months. Wow, how times have changed. Now I've got my whole plan for the flight. I've got my Doctor Who's downloaded. I'm going to watch 4 Doctor Who's on the plane. I'm going to try and get some editing or some file management done on the plane. And then we're trying to get some Vitaing done on the plane. Yeah, so there we go. Good luck to me. All right, well, good luck to you all too out there. I shall see you. Yeah, my tonsil doesn't like it. My tonsil says no. Maybe I shouldn't leave. Maybe I need to leave the chocolate behind and have a detox. We'll see. I need to stop talking because I can never end the show because I've got to keep rabbiting on. Rabbling rabbit. All right, thanks so much, everybody. I shall see you all in the future. Goodbye. Bye. Have a good one.